Hello and welcome. Yeah, I'm saying hello and welcome. I'm thinking I'm going back, but only until I hear from yourselves as to whether you really think. Yeah, for now I'm thinking I'm confusing people more, like with the way that things are, than I would have ever done before. So yeah, it's on these sessions where I go over and literally, it's just customize this to be. Yeah, let's give it everything like the low. Indeed. Customize. Are you listening to me? You are. And also you. And we also want you not to have anything at all. Fantastic. We've not got that much bread to like load, but obviously we have actually got some, so we may as well use this. It doesn't get much use really, if I'm honest, so I really would like to yeah, get some use out of it. It's not fair. So yeah, let's get this bread loaded, because we've not got that much of it, but it looks like I've got quite a bit, really, more than it actually looks like. Right, so then where is it? Hiding, I would imagine. There we go. By the chickens, of course. That is the last time we actually used it. Right, eggs. In fact, are there in need of any eggs that need swizzling, or did we do that already? We did already. Fantastic. Yes, I've been busy as frequently, really, with the mods. Still yet to get anything like from Giants, actually, for like my efforts to sort of see whether I am or I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's a sort of seems forever when you're sort of under inspection, where you're like hoping that something's going to happen with something you've done, and yeah, you're sort of like not really knowing, and every sort of day you look on the mod up and you, oh no, I've not got anything, still exactly the same as before. Right, I think we'll grab these four like this. Right, I'm going to go into a bit of a time lapse though, but it is true, you know, I am, yeah. Right, so sort of. So actually, if we, why am I? Yeah, I'm going to say. So we're going like that, and it does sort of. Yeah, which it's not terrible. I do love these; they're fantastic. Yeah, these are at present my favourites. I think that should be alright. Yeah, these are my favourites of all. I love the quick as well. I do. They were like here first. But like everything, yeah, it's not like trying to... But it's better because there's no Yeah, I did work this out as well. It's not about the quick, it's that I often have a telehandler. And if you've got a telehandler, this has no adapter, which means there's no chattering goes on. Oh, I like that. Actually sort of feels the better there. Go, that's that's that food. Yeah, it's so quite amazing, isn't it? You've only got these they're not very large really, and that's sort of like that's your lot. Yeah, there's nothing else really ready though, sort of. This is really the only thing which it sort of should be as well, so let's grab this. I don't mean it's not the odd little bit, but what I mean is we've not missed anything spectacular. I was just looking to see, oh, have I missed anything? I thought it's the bread. It's the bread's time to... Yeah, I've sort of got a couple of ideas as well. I'm going to do a unique production. I've got to create field types, literally, so it's going to be... I'm going to make a desserts factory. I always thought this in FS25 that there were very little... we've got the soup and the preserved sort of factory for vegetables, and actually a lot. There's nothing else out there at all for them, so I think if we sort of stick, yeah, we've sort of got to crash these together would be probably the best way to do this. Although there aren't too many, there are still quite a few. We'll appear again, of course, until run out. Yeah, these two I actually left on purpose. I think I designed them to work together. I'd forgotten that I had, but when I look now, I think, oh yeah, no, you did that by design. I just sort of, I've done so much, like since that you sort of forget. Actually, I think if we let's put these two on those two, like, yeah, it should be very careful of this thing. Not very happy if you. Brilliant. This is where they're not very happy if you like. Yeah, you also got to be careful because this has got a bit of a superpower in so much as it can sort of lift a bit too much. So, got to be very careful. You're not too close to something else because you're going to grab it. Everything's got foibles. Yeah, it's never. There's nothing's ever like, oh, it's perfect. Everything's got a learning curve where something, yeah, you've got to learn how to use that better because it's not perfect at this or so forth. Stick that. Sort of and do it 4 at a time. We could sort of put that like that. Okay. And then try to think how I'll do this. Do I grab it? It's just a bit awkward. It'll let me through because it won't appear whilst I'm here. It wants to be the other side, I think, actually. So I suppose we could grab that other one. It's just as good. Sometimes, though, you realise that, well, actually, you know, all the faffing around I'm doing, it's actually just as easy just not to do this type of thing. But yeah, you can't always. Yeah, I suppose it takes you sometimes to take a false step before you realise that exact thing that I would have been better if I'd done this another way. But it's like all things. Sure, if be careful to wallop this. Oh, like that. Yeah, like that's exactly what we don't need doing. Now I've got to like level it all up if I can. So ridiculous the fact that I've done that. Ah, it's a total mess. Total mess. Little. Sure. It's about the same as that one. I think we're going to fill this, and I'm not going to go for any more. So I think, oh, actually, we haven't got that much. We're looking at that. We've not got any more pop, so got that. We'll only do it like 2 high, so let's take these quickly to market. Switch my lights off. Say I could have sworn I switched them on. Let's take these to market. And grab some more. I don't think we've got too much really. I've got to be honest, not that I'm really worried. I mean, Gordon Bennett, 2.4 million. Who would have thought this before we face our final year on the farm in this very unique place, really, Risoux Forest. Be careful, it's a little bit, yeah, I am a bit of a terror for whizzing around like 90 miles an hour. I'm a bit of a terror. Yeah, I've changed that because I broke it, the colour on that. It was, I really did like it before, but I did, somehow I added a diffuse and I broke it while I was trying to do something with it. Wow. And now I've got to, I do like what I've done, but it's obviously I did prefer what I'd already done before. 46 grand. Might not seem a lot to a millionaire, but it's all profit. It's all that really matters. We did. Yeah, that is true. I did. I was looking at this and I thought, well, actually, oughtn't you be selling it? Really? because yeah, I mean it's profit, isn't it? As we just said, we've got a bit of a penchant for buying and selling things. So let's get this done. I've started, did I? I think I did. I've started my Pelenier literally posting. I did episode 1 yesterday. So I'm going to start that. I'm going to start it as if it's a short series to begin with, like I did Rettenbach. But I don't intend Pelenier to be... I love Pelenier. I've got to be honest, all of the maps in FS22, MA7 Studios was such a brilliant modder. Really did love the map. I don't mean that's... But what I mean is they definitely got my attention. But strangely enough, there's a bit of history between me and MA7 Studios. Yeah, my favourite map of all time was well, I've got a soft spot for it. It was never the best map, but it's just something that and that was Sudbury Meadows. It's a map that probably a lot of people really are not that familiar with. It's never been like a massive, like popular map. It didn't even have season support, but I think they won a competition with it, the maker. And actually, strangely enough, but MA7 Studios was a partner with them on, like, they assisted. Oh, I've still got plenty more. So yeah, they and I saw MA7 Studios name on the tin with the the company that's the person that did the British one. I sort of contacted MA7 Studios and I said, were you the modder that like did Sudbury Meadows? And they said, not really, it's the British modder, because obviously MA7 Studios is French. And I said, you really need to be talking on the forums in Britain, really, to sort of try. Well, I've no idea how I would do that, because I was thinking if I would have loved to have released, I would learn modding. I thought that at the time, and obviously I am actually sort of learning modding, and I've learnt a lot. See, I have not. No, I'm getting. Ooh. It's like go a little bit to the right because I've grabbed the one to the left as well. So let's grab. How are we going to do this? Because this is getting a bit silly now. Doing 2 at a time, it's not really always a good idea. You need to like leave those 2. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes when you start faffing around, it's better if you just grab 2 at a time rather than like more, because then you start to slow down. You think, well, I could have done 4 in the time that I've done these. So let's just get this done without faffing around. We can, yeah, I think we could probably even do more on the this as well, really. Let's see then. Yeah, so I was saying to you, I've like gotten under what I normally do, which is something grabs my attention, and like I just see the shiny bauble, and then I totally forget what I was on about. So with like before the shiny bauble got my attention. Not a bad analogy actually. Yeah, so yeah, the Sudbury Meadows is, in fact, when I loved it, I wanted to sort of, I think it was my first thing of looking at content. No, I was looking for Sudbury Meadows on YouTube to see if I could actually find anybody that had really done some content on it. There was only one modder that had actually done one sort of thing on it, and it was someone who was going for realism. I don't think they'd... Yeah, I think it was their first attempt at creating content, and they weren't terribly grand at it. It was, but again, I loved the map. They didn't need to be really good, but I sort of watched their content because I really loved the map. But it was a bit of using the mod where you've got to literally do it all by hand. That one. I can't remember. Is it DD Mod Passion that does that one? I don't think it is. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, it's another modder. Famous modder, and I can't for the life of me remember their name at present. Let's get this right. It's not quite am I dragging? Or am I grabbing like that? Yes, that's not right. Yeah, nearly there. Yeah, so it was one of my favourite maps, and it was then that I actually sort of spoke to MA7 Studios, my very first interaction with MA7 Studios, and of course that's sort of the end of the story in a way. What I mean is, it was then that I realised, and a few months later, my first thing that actually MA7 Studios was more than just a, they were a modder in their own right, a very good modder. Yeah, can't get a lot enough on its own. I need to do that. I've really about run out. It looks like it. Yes, and what was the map that was non-mod-hub? Obviously, Palenye was a mod-hub map. They also did another one. It was fantastic because I did it in around the world in 80 days. Marty was the one who told me about it, I think. It was, I think, his choice for maps for around the world. One of my not so good projects that didn't quite work out to plan. But these things, always, it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Yeah, it was I mean, I am a very small channel anyway. Again, I keep saying this, I'm not to everybody's liking. And I thank you for putting up with those of you who do. But yeah, I'm not like Mr. Popular or anything like that. I'm a real geeky sort of person, and that's not really everyone's sort of cup of tea, is it really? So, is this, is this the lot? Could be. We didn't have many. Yeah, it was a bit slower than I thought. I really thought we would do terribly well with this, didn't I? We did sort of say, yeah, we've got the bio. No, I haven't. They're just. I don't say bionic, does it? So have I not actually put the right one down? Is that why? I thought we got a bionic bakery. Perhaps. Let's have a quick look. I'm sure because perhaps I've just not actually put bionic on the actual thing. Might be that. Right, 1-3 higher. So, yeah, we've got plenty of space. Looks like I really. Yeah, so it was one of my favourite maps, to be honest. Sudbury Meadows in FS19. I really caught my teeth, and I really did fall in love with it. But it lagged behind. It was very good, I thought, but it sort of got further and further behind. And when I did get into seasons, finally, it didn't have season support. So even I had to think, I can't, sorry Sudbury Meadows, but I'm going to have to, like, scoot and do other things because you can only stay on any map, even if it's your favourite map, for any length of time before, like, it gets a bit boring because you know it so very well. So yeah, it's but it really, I've still got a soft spot for it even to this day. Another one like that, which again we've never got in FS22, is Greenwich Valley. That is another something special about that map. It was the first YouTube map that I actually did. My first, was it my first? Was it Lone Oak? I think it was Greenwich Valley. Was the very first Let's Play that I actually did in FS19 as a content creator. So yeah, it is on YouTube, obviously on my channel. So that was the very first. I think that is it. We've done it, I reckon. So yeah, 2.4 million. We're just under that. So yeah, no more coming. So alright then, let's just have a look because I'm a bit confused. I thought this was a bionic. I thought the mill was normal. It is. I've not actually, I must remember that, I've not actually put it on the, I've not put it on that bionic bakery. Yeah, I must do that because I usually do try to do that. I've got the Nubi Industries icons on nearly everything now. A few, I'm not sure whether I'm 100% happy. No, they're not terrible. They're not terrible, really. No, I can... Yeah, they're growing on me. Yeah. Right, so then. I believe that was almost... that most things were little tiny bits of things. It was only... Yeah, that's it. We are Straw, we could sell a lot of straw, but we're not going to do that. Definitely not. So, mineral feed, I think we've already done it, haven't we? We did it, like, we did that an awful lot. So, the chickens, how are we doing with the chickens? We don't want to be, like, leaving them. No, they're all right. We can go through till tomorrow, I think, till January. And we want to be at 9 o'clock. Or did I just... Have I not sold? No, I did sell it. No, I did. I'm confusing myself with chatting. Yeah, I can't follow. Yeah, we did sell it. We did rush up to it, but I'm just sort of forgetting. Right, I believe. Oh, excess animals sold. I do like that mod. That is a cracking. No, I didn't. I thought I hadn't. As I'm saying it, I'm thinking, I'm sure I didn't. You should be alright, actually, because you are allowed. It doesn't. Yeah, you should still make your profit. I remember seeing Miss CDP use this. Ooh, not this particular one, but one of this type. He was quite a fan. I just think they're terribly expensive. I mean, I'm not saying they're not nice, but they're a tad expensive, really. But again, like anything, if you love this type of thing, then let's just sell you... Yeah, we still made our thousands. Yep. Right, fantastic. And what is in the sales this morning? 11,000, 7.6. Sugar beet header. No, that's not a bad idea, is it? We could afford. We could buy the header. Have we already got something like that for the I think we have in our equipment. I think we already own one of the yellow ones. I think it's right now. I think it's potatoes, though, if I'm honest. Yeah, I think it is. It's not a damn con. It will be a Grimmy. No, that's the spread. The Homer. That's it. Oh no, we've got another one. We've got the yellow one, which is a. I'll know it when I see it. The Roper. It is only potatoes. So actually, then that's not necessarily a bad idea, is it? Really? But it's a very good price, so I think we'll do that. It's got vegetables. Or is it just sugar beet? No. Oh, it's that new mod. I think it is probably, but it does that mod that you've got that actually makes it even more. So it's shown the design of only sugar beet, but obviously because I've got that on, that's a bit. It's still worth buying. Are we going to buy that? And then no, we'll leave it. It was Let's just have a look this morning at our charges. Yeah, we need to do a little bit more, don't we? So we have we got another one down there? I think we have got a second wagon, haven't we? Yeah, it's there. I thought it was. Let's grab you. I did actually start your engine. I remembered. Let's go grab some wheat for the chickens. And yeah, they've got their plenty of eggs again. I think a bit of light might assist. Oh, that wrong way. I was speeding up instead of slowing down. My bad. It's weird sometimes when I've not long woke up. I sort of woke up with a start. I've not long gone to bed. It's one of them times where you like wake up just about an hour in and then you get it. I know this. It was a trick. The lads, when I used to work nights, said he said what we do is we go to sleep for an hour and then we wake up, like when they've done nights, and then it's sort of a trick. You will stay awake till tea time, but then your body goes into like an emergency where it goes, just let me go to sleep, you trickster, you know, I need some sleep, I need this. I just don't ignore it because you really do need that sleep. So yeah, like, and it's a bit like that. I obviously didn't do it for that intention, but this time I woke up with an hour later, and of course I'm sort of a little bit as if I'm okay. So I know this from my bad sleeping habits anyway, that you've just got to fantastic. Let's grab the telehandler. Let's grab those. Yeah, because I think we've still got plenty of In the cannery, yeah, the eggs, we've still got loads, so we're still okay. A little bit for actually grabbing the eggs, and then we'll stockpile them in a few months. If we're still here when we've got a stockpile, it's all going to add up, so... Oh! Probably... Yeah, how much have we got? We'll grab 3 or 4 of these. Oh my life. 10 tons! Wow. It is bionic. That is super. Yeah, so I think we just... I think there was a mistake, wasn't there? I'd obviously done something and it wasn't working right. I can't remember what had actually happened. Yeah. Yeah, I've done something I promised, right. I fell in love with the Fent GTA and the Xylon. And I promised a long time ago that I was actually going to do some bits and bobs for it. It's not finished, but I have actually done that. It's, yeah, some boxes and some tanks. And I've also sort of done some things as well, some enhanced for like normal vehicles too. But it's really especially for the Xylon and the GTA, which I do love. Oh, okay. I knew that I thought I was going to do that. Yeah, it's a bit too... close to the other, so if we just drop that like that. Yeah, I've done some a liquids tank for it, front and back. The GTA, obviously, it's only got a very large frontage, so I've done that one is just a front, and the Xylon's a bit of a special one. It's like not got quite so much space as the GTA, but nevertheless it has got space, so it can have 2. I've done design a front and a back box. Not that you could use them at the same time, although I am going to try to do something about that. For the back box, I'm going to try to put an attacher, but it might be, I do know as a modder you can't always do the things that you want to do because Giants don't allow it. It's built in, there's a schema which basically means everything that Giants wants to happen, they're all in the schema and you can't go beyond that. The game, in real life obviously you could do special things, but you can't in the game because obviously there's a limit set by Giants that you just can't go beyond because it's just not supposed to be. If it's not in the schema, then it won't happen. Fantastic. Excellent. How much is the bread? Is the bread still worth green? Because we ought to do it really. Yeah, it is. 26,000. Let's get this done. I know if this is all we do and then we don't get very far, we're just in January, then let's finish what we started. We know we don't really need the cash. It's not about that. It's about, you know, doing the business as best we can and like not leaving any stone unturned that we didn't do our best. So let's get this done. Yeah, so Plenty is going to be the next Let's Play after Risoux Forest for the European map. Obviously, we sort of got on Oak City for the American map, so that's, yeah, we've already sort of chosen that. If we sort of push these, no, all the way, if we sort of grab these and like just push them, we should really just push them straight off. Straight the way through. And then we just push them together again, but like not all the way, just like so as they just push them together like that in a line. Wait for it one more time. Just push them too, and then we should be sort of about something like. That's it. That's it. And if we live 2 at a time on top, that's what I say. There are ways you can speed things up, really, by design, but you've got to think about it. You've got to like design it in advance. The other thing is, of course, like anything, is you get better at these type of things. You start, if you've done things a lot, you start to like think, oh, if I did that, that would be better. And if you just play around with it for a little bit, you often find that you were right and you find a better way to do it. It's all about, you know, like playing around with it to begin with, until you find this method, or also your skill also. You do get better at doing things just through the fact that you've done it so very often. Now then, we've got to be careful here. Yeah, because we're going to grab the others if we're not careful, so let's just push that down there a little. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. If you sort of a little bit more to the right like that, you should not. Ooh, you are. You need to be quite a bit off centre, then you won't get the one on the left. Otherwise, you're going to like grab 3, which, although very useful, it's yeah, going for the realism element. Yeah, now this is the weakness of this when you've got like this type of thing where you're trying for fine control. Because, yeah, you really need to be a bit off-centre, because otherwise you're going to grab those like to the left as well. So again, it's foibles of learning how to do something like this with a particular bit of a particular tool, really. We could really put those together like we did before. That's not a bad use of the this, really. Yeah, so I've done those. I'm going to do my first pack. I'm going to like literally build a pack, and I'm going to call it the Fen GTA and Xylon pack is what I'm going to call it, because it seems highly appropriate. It's all the BI industries are more about, we're not going for like real prettiness. We're a company that are more, yeah, we live in a time where aesthetics are everything, but obviously we're more about delivering goods to farmers who appreciate good things, but not necessarily do they have to pay a fortune. So therefore something gives, and that is aesthetics. Yeah, it's the aesthetics are not fantastic with a lot of the industry things, because we no, actually that's not a bad idea. Let's just like pull that like that. Yeah, so our things tend to be, they work well, and often they're actually sometimes better than other things too, but like, yeah, they're not necessarily. I'm not sure we've got many more, but let's try it. I think, oh no, it's the, yeah, it's the 3. Yeah, so oh, let me show you. Yeah, let me show you. These are subject to change, though. That's the only thing when you do something like this, is the capacities are bigger because they are bigger. Obviously, really better for the yeah, seed tanks. Obviously, they are basically a modified one of these, but you can see 6,777 for the GTA front box. Well, that's a lot, you'd say. Well, it is, but it has got quite a lot of additional storage, at least 3 times that. So yes, and it does fit nicely under there because it's got the frame. You can do it, and it does say front box. I am going to modify one of them. I've done differently, and I think I'm going to go that way, but I was undecided. I think it is this. No, it's not this one. Yeah, it's the next one. The front box. I started to style this a little differently and put the metalwork around it, the paneling. Yeah, the field plate, I'm not sure. Yeah, the field plane is like it's a decal, that top bit, because the bottom thing is a bit different. I'm not sure if the decal's going to stay there when you open the box. That's the one thing I haven't tested, what happens with the decal, because I finished this late last night. So yeah, I'm not. It's I quite like it. But again, some of these are subject to me. This is the standard one, our normal one. And we also have got, and you can stick the Xylon's got 2, because I say it's got a front and a back. The Fen obviously is a lot. The GTA is a lot bigger. It's a lot longer than the others. It's an awful lot of storage. It's got very strong bars supporting it down that way. It's because really, I might have to put another one of those support bars on, so that it looks realistic, because that would collapse with the weight of that. Although I think it's heavier at the front than it would be at the back, so maybe not. But it looks a bit weird. The other thing is, I obviously a while back changed the did this. So this is the standard. It's not 1200 litres. I've not changed it yet. Is all, and the prices are wrong as well. It's a liquids tank, and you can see the plastic through of the old one. That is true. So it's liquids, and obviously it does actually do quite a bit more than just. That's the smallest, 2,777 litres. The vent ones, the GTA is the biggest. This goes back a long way. It's got the room for the 3-point is in the middle. It also, this needs a support because obviously you actually drive through it at present. So again, I'm going to put a support frame like we've got on the others, but the lights and everything are visible, and you can see the BI. Oh, you should see something else actually. Oh no, it's the Xylon. Yeah, the Xylon has got a front and a back sign on it to tell you. Oh, we can't see that very well. It's a shining light. You can't see the writing. Right, might have to amend that. It's always in situations like this that you see whether something was an idea works or not. I need it to be a bit. Yeah, it's not quite worked as well as it should have done. So, yeah, this is a monster of a tank. It is. And it's not 350 kilograms. Yeah, I would say it's probably closer to a ton now in weight, so I need to amend that. And the front liquid tank says front on it. Oh, and that's hovering a bit high actually. I didn't do a good job on that now, did I? Yeah, again, I finished this quite late. This is, a bit ago. So, and that was it. Yeah, that was the set that I've actually got. Obviously, yeah, the capacity is greater for all of these. 6,000 for the GTA, which is the biggest. 4,777 for these two beasts. They do still open. Obviously, that's only 1,777 because that's a standard one. It's slightly bigger on the inside than standard ones, but not by a lot. So, yeah, so let's just push these all the way through. See if we get any more. Sure if we've got any left. I don't think we have. Yeah, so that bionic is doing a good job. If it did, yeah, actually is. That will be it though, because yeah, there's room for 3 and it's only pots 2, so that's definitely about right. Okay, we'll let it go. You can have it this time. Yeah, we've done it now, so. This is when it looks odd, isn't it? But the cat's out of the bag, isn't it? Really, that you know, this is a game. At this point, you've sort of already broken the realism element, but you didn't mean to. But it's done, and the cat's out of the bag, in it. So, there's no point in like continuing to pretend that it's not anything other than what it is. Let's grab these. That's 2. Yeah, I don't know what this autosave, what it's coming with. I'm very glad though that it's surprising what you get used to. I love I think it's the additional settings mod. It does an awful lot of stuff. That one mod does so much. Like you can do automatic engine stop. I don't like that. I want it to be realistic, sort of. So. I do it faster, where you can accelerate to actually do it, but it's not like, no, we did do those. Sell this, and then I reckon that's a session. Ooh, that's not going the right way. I don't think the missus will be pleased to see the lorry in the front of the house. Totally lost all sense of direction. Let's get these sold. I think that's right. I think we're going to leave it. We didn't get very far, but then we did a lot of works. Even though it didn't make us a fortune, it's still not a bad little effort to go through to January. I think we'll get through right the way to March next session, and then we will get on with planting our last year's crop. Yeah, which of course we've really prepped already. Yeah, I've also, another thing that I am going to put on the model, and that is my stone pick as the front loader one, but I'd like to do it for the telehandler and a wheel loader, and that I've never done, so I need to find out how to do that. 23, and this will be a little less because it's only like 5. Yay. Smash it! So 2,549,402. we're in the month of January. It's a short session, I realise. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. How are we building up with other things? Not a lot, because obviously, did we move the carrots? Because I know we got some. I think that's the thing we were waiting to do, wasn't it? Yeah, we've got a lot of parsnips and that. I don't think we've got them in the. Yeah, that's true. We've run out. It's a good job. We're gonna like stop this, and we will need to stick the the rest of what we've got in. Let's just actually leave myself so that next session we are, like grabbing, I think it's this very silo actually. Yeah. No, we don't want that. It is true, but I think it's here. It should be. In fact, let's do it now. It's not been a monstrous. Yeah, we want the potatoes. It's not reading this, otherwise it would have actually done it already. Yeah, the one thing I've still not done is I've not got a really large trailer. I thought I was saved because the Randon is out, which is a 66 tonner, so that's close to the 70 tonner that I fell in love with in FS25 and FS19 by 82 Studios. But it's not working at the minute. I bought it on. It will be fixed. I know it will, but you can't unload from it. Yeah, I bought it on Oak City because I thought I wanted a really, really big one. It is large, really large, which it really is. There's no denying this. No, I think we'll just go. Oh, I think it's at the other one actually. So let's finish this job though. Let's not. I think it's at the other one, and it's also parsnips. I think was the thing we've got the most of. We might have carrots. Not sure we have. Let's have a look. What else have we got? It should tell us in here really. Carrots, soup, oats, parsnips, 24,000. Potatoes, we've got 1,000 left. Red beets, so I would say maybe the red beets are in. Not in this one we've seen. Yeah, it's not. So that means it's got to be in the other one. Yeah, our main. Well, I won't say main silo. It goes to show how long I've been on this, because obviously that was one of the very first multi-fruits that we've got in the game that Ron Christie did, and obviously I made one not long after myself. So ever since then I've been using my own mods, as you would if you were trying to test to see. And the multi-fruit was one of the first ones, and then I moved on to the production silo nearly straight away. So it's remnants. I think there's more parsnips as well. So let's get this done. Let's get it finished. Get all of that in there, because we obviously want to give this the best possible chance that we can. I have also done my own stone picker, only not the 9.5 metre one. Yeah, I've only. Yeah, Black Sheep Modding did a really good thing with what he did on the arms on that one. Yeah, so I did see one of those, a non-model one. So is there? There is as well. Yeah. It's a little bit of red beets. We'll do this. We'll finish it off, and I think that's it. So it was carrots that we were short of. I thought we got a lot of carrots. Actually, we got not a lot. So yeah, there's just a little bit of red beet after this, and then that is obviously our fields are fully fertilised. The stones are all gone, so it's totally, even the liming on that field there is all finished. So yeah, I did saw it in like last session. I thought, oh, you did have another seed. You've now got 2 of those, and we're going to have an excess of. Yeah, real excess of planters and that, because we really, yeah, I've also got a 9 metre that we might actually like lease, just to, that also plants a 9 metre, and then we'll set like 3 of the other tractors going with the 3 metres, and yeah, we're doing 18 metres at a time, so I think that shouldn't take as long to sort of do our fields. And we also want to plant our potatoes, so we've already got the potato planter. So that It's fantastic. Yeah, it was this. I knew there was something else at the back of my mind. I was thinking, I'm sure there's something that I'm supposed to be doing. And the answer to this question is, it's very true. This is what it was. Yeah, we needed to do this. Fantastic. So, beetroot, as I would call it, or red beet, as giants call it, but I've known it as beetroot all my life. It's my favourite vegetable, so I'm not going to forget it anytime soon. Yeah, as a kid, cheese and beetroot sandwiches were my absolute favourite of all food. Yeah, they were. You can keep your chocolate. Cheese and beetroot for the win is what I really did love. So, still got a soft spot for it. Yeah, there's nothing, but it's got to be beetroot that's just boiled. Your vinegar stuff ruins it in my. I mean, I still like it because obviously that's the form that most of us have the most because it's like they're preserved. But yeah, I'm very partial to like natural beetroots done without, or just boiled, and I could eat it. I could literally peel the skin off and actually. Just eat them as they are. But there's nothing in the production silo, is there? Let's just check that we haven't I know because we got. Obviously, there was some skullduggery that we lost some of this due to things happening. Yeah, we got, and of course we did get reimbursed. That's where we first started to make a lot of cash. But there was no cheating. It was that obviously, yeah, we lost certain things, and I think I reimbursed us fairly based upon market prices. So yeah, it was more about that than it was about cheating. Because I hate cheating. I'd sooner not do very well at all and have an honest thing and it be honest than me do something cheatingly. To me, it's not worth it. It's just not worth cheating. Yeah, so I need to do a frame on the front tanks, the Hardy tanks, as they started their life, so that it's a bit more realistic. Because obviously, the minute you go straight into them, which most people use those type of frames that you've got, which strangely enough you've got on the front tank, the front seat. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? We really want to go. We're not trying to sell the beats to the store. I'm not sure that they're interested, really. But, yes. I'm going to keep it linear until I hear from yourselves, because I've started to ask, obviously, about, well, what do you think? Do we carry on with this as I have been doing? Or do I carry on in a traditional sense where you just say hello at the beginning and you say goodbye at the end, and it follows a linear thing, and that way it's not confusing if it splits into two, because you're still saying hello and goodbye at the end. And I can also dub a hello and a goodbye, as I have done frequently if the session runs twice. But it gets a bit confusing if you've recorded something at the end and you've got 3 sessions and you've got the same beginning for all 3. It's a bit confusing to people, I find, so that's what I'm thinking. Myself. Yeah, the Sea Dog. Right, so that is where I'm going to leave it. Yeah, 2.5 million and a little bit. So yes, soon be in our final year on Risoux Forest. So yeah, this has had a very, very good run though, and obviously it's not going to show us, because we were on the alpha map to begin with, so it's not going to show us our real amount of years. Oh, seriously, we've been here for 7 years, and yet we've also done the real way that you can truthfully say it might be. This is not the alpha. I wonder if the XML has gone with us though, hasn't it? So perhaps the XML, the real way we could tell is this big blue right next door. That is going to be the true tractor that we've had all along, and of course the XML for that has followed us. So it might be that that's actually accurate, and I don't know how that is telling us that, because in FS25 you never got how many years you've been on. It started again, so it is the New Holland N for New Holland, which is 84 months, 12 6/12's 72. So it is actually accurate because it adds another year on. So we've been on this map for 7 years. Not as many as Sri Lanka, but obviously it has been a more slow, sort of steady pace because there's a lot. We've done a lot in our time here, but it's definitely a very, very advanced Let's Play. Very, very advanced. I could, if it were not JMGaming, I could easily put literally lay down my tools right now, but I'm a man of my word. I said we'd do 1 more year, so we're going to do 1 more year. So yeah, and then we will move to pastures. I would say greener, but to new pastures, definitely. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.